Now, I hope you reflected on that question, because our next topic is going to be about the psychology of abuse that comes with it, with leaders that don't prioritize human capital, because this is one of the most common things that we see is retaliation, insubordination. And this has become a weapon in the corporate culture, especially when a leader says, or you hear them saying they just weren't a good fit. What they often mean is, they noticed my incompetence and I had to get rid of the witness. Retaliation is the tool of the insecure leader. When an employee shows more creativity than the leader, higher ethics, punctuality, or deeper insight than their boss, the boss feels exposed. Instead of rising to the occasion, a toxic leader uses the power to isolate, gaslight, and eventually eliminate the threat. How? Moving to another department, giving them tasks that are unfit for the talent, making them stay longer hours, giving them more assignment, providing pressures, and I would say unnecessary pressure for this person to either move or quit, because the leader doesn't want to take responsibility of acknowledging that someone might be more competent than them. And the problem is that the psychological abuse of these leaders often goes unchecked because it's wrapped in a professional jargon, such as performance improvement plans. They are used as a ramp exit for truth-telling. Harassment is rebranded as rigorous standards. I want you to listen to this. Harassment is replaced by rigorous standards. If you are out there under rigorous standards, check the behaviors. You might be facing harassment without noticing. Just to give you a statistic, in 2024, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission reported that retaliation was the #1 claim for the 17th consecutive year, making up almost 48% of all their files. This isn't just a few bad apples. It's a systematic rot. Nearly 1 in 4 employees report that they don't feel safe to speak up in their work. They're just editing themselves to stay employed because of their needs. And those leaders, they know that these employees have needs, and that's why they even abuse more. This is psychopathic, narcissist, Machiavellian behavior. And I hope, if you're one of them, hope you're listening to this, because I am directly calling you out. And what do these leaders look like? I'll give you an example. Jeffrey Wiggin, the tobacco executive that exposed that big tobacco knew that nicotine was addictive. This is a textbook case of leadership retaliation. His leader didn't just fire him after he exposed this truth. They launched a $15 million smear campaign to destroy his credibility and his life. They used confidentiality, they used corporate loyalty as a moral excuse for harassment. This is what happens when leaders choose the status quo over the truth. And I can see why people are afraid to talk or to expose a leader, because they will come after you, because they are on the top. But remember that the law exists, and justice, if these problems are not exposed, cannot hold them accountable. Please be brave. Don't be silent, because that's giving weapons to these leaders that don't deserve to be in these positions anymore. And this often leaves us with the question of, why do leaders get away with harassment just because they don't like? Is that good enough to harass someone because they don't think like you? This leads also into implicit bias. And the reason is because HR is there to protect the institution, not the people. And most organizations are built to protect the person with the most power, because they are the organization. They are not going to protect the person with the most integrity. HR is not your friend. HR works for money. They will prioritize money over people. So be careful what you say in front of HR or loss prevention. You're loving the Ethics Guild podcast? Don't want to miss any new episodes? Want to be part of our panel and be our guest? Subscribe, leave us a comment, be part of the community of the Ethics Guild podcast. We need more people like you. We need people that are brave to speak up for what's right, to stand for justice and dignity. Become one of us. Be part of the Ethics Guild podcast community, and let's journal to endless possibility where we all become winners. Don't forget, subscribe.